Hey, have you guys seen this Maloney? I saw it on Tucker Carlson. I've seen her before, I think, but because she's a conservative, and she just won the presidency, essentially, the prime minister of Italy. And check this out, just if you haven't seen it, but you can check it out on the Fox channel. But this is awesome.
Everything we stand for is under attack. Our individual freedom is under attack. Our rights are under attack. The sovereignty of our nation is under attack. The prosperity and well-being of our family is under attack. The education of our children is under attack. In front of this, people understand that in this age, the only way of being rebels is to preserve what we are. The only way of being rebels is to be conservatives. They will try to take everything away from us, but they can't take away who we are. And you know what? Cherishing who we are, knowing what we stand for, is all we need to face this challenge.
A monte c'è quella che ci facciamo oggi: perché la famiglia è un nemico? Perché la famiglia fa così paura? C'è una risposta unica per tutte queste domande: perché ci definisce, perché è la nostra identità, perché tutto quello che ci definisce in questo tempo è un nemico, per chi vorrebbe che non avessimo più un'identità e che fossimo solamente schiavi, consumatori perfetti. Chesterton, ormai più di un secolo fa, vediamo se ve lo trovo: fuochi verranno attizzati per dimostrare che 2 più 2 fa 4. Spade verranno sguainate per dimostrare che le foglie sono verdi in estate. Quel tempo è arrivato, signori. Siamo pronti. Grazie.
Only a few months ago, European Union bureaucrats wrote a document hundreds of pages long, telling us that in order to be inclusive, we had to exclude all references to Christmas. Jesus, Mary, and all Christian names were to be removed from all official communication. Will we surrender in front of this? No, we will not. We will fight it. We will fight it standing tall.
What was really crazy too is Tucker also played all the news clips of them calling her a fascist for just standing up for basic values, like she's some radical far right person you got to be afraid of, and they're all calling that. They're all like using the word fascist. Crazy. And she's just talking like common sense stuff. So they were linking Maloney with the fascist government that allied with Adolf Hitler in World War II, leading up to World War II, and it's no surprise that they would use that now because the whole thing with that narrative that you can't say anything against, but on YouTube, but that's if you mention about the Nazis and Adolf Hitler, that's like an instant smear. Yellow Lamborghini coming up. Haha, look at that baby. It's new too. Now, about Italy making a really good choice for itself with Maloney, of which I am proud of them, those Italians, we can see that if that trend continues, and it looks like it might, I mean, who knows what will happen, but things are starting to look like they might go that way. And how this ties in to the prophecy about the end times is that God says He will put it into the hearts of the kings of the nations to burn her, Babylon, America, with fire, and its capital, Los Angeles. Don't be fooled. Washington, D.C. and New York are just decoys. So probably, if you think about it, this liberal, woke, New World Order agenda is probably what ignites the people and the kings to make that decision finally, because they're going to figure out, as I've been saying, and most people know that have investigated this and have their common sense still with them, that the seat of power, who's behind it all, is America. There's no question. Okay? As I was saying the other day, there is no one giving the orders who can't kick everyone's ass. In other words, there's not someone who they can kick your ass, but you're telling them what to do. It's not happening. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, America, as it currently stands, can basically kick anyone's ass and kick multiple people's asses at the same time. They know that America can fight a 2 or 3 front war and prevail due to its superior military. But the scripture is perfect, and Jesus says it cannot be broken. God will put it into the hearts of the kings of the nations, and they will burn her with fire. The prophecy is sure, and it says also her time will not be prolonged. So the time is set. So it's a matter of how we live and what we do in the time leading up to that. Like I said, for any of y'all, come on, guy, get in your own lane here. God has told me specifically that I've got something to do here. So I gotta wait until that happens. But I'm looking forward to the heck out of here. See, now the thing is, I realized right away when I saw these non-humans, and you could see the fangs, the claws, the slit eyes, the reptilian tiles. I knew it was them behind all this shit. Okay? The Satanism, the pedophilia, the rampant crime, the continual edging towards corruption. I knew that because there was an evil force, and I've been feeling it all my life, you know, and then right when I saw that, right when I saw those claws, right when I saw the ridges, the repetitive ridges from a reptile, I just knew it was these reptilians, the serpents from the Garden of Eden that hate us and want to destroy us. I realize most people can't talk about this. Tucker Carlson, even if he believes it, couldn't talk about it, the reptilians. Politicians can't talk about it. People with secure jobs that, you know, are respectable businesses, they can't talk about it because you will be entirely discredited. I know. I've told some people to their face, and they just look at me like, yeah, here's a nutball. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people are, and they'll just believe any weird thing, you know, like the flat earth thing or, you know, who knows what. But I will say that this has real evidence, okay, as you know. I show it. I've gotten it. And I've gotten it from sources that other people can check out. Movies like Blade Runner, which is the best movie so far, besides The Matrix, the original The Matrix with Keanu Reeves. And you can see the non-humans. You can see the features, not just some little blurry spot or some weird shape. No, you can see the claws, the fangs, the tiles, the elongated mouths that go up the side from their demonic spiritual indwelling, which results in demonic distortion. But these things are real. They are the real power. They control these people. Like I said, one way to tell is you get these people that are very large. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger probably has a very strong reptilian indwelling. But the question is then, what difference does it make to uncover this when most prominent people will dare not talk about it for fear of being completely discredited? what then is the purpose? Why talk about it? Because if we can get to the source of something that most people eventually realize is hidden and yet true, and a lot of people are beginning to figure it out. I mean, I would say there's at least millions of people worldwide who now, at least, there can't, you can't always be 100% sure. I'm 100% sure because you can see it, and I know that they don't buzz me with helicopters for 10 years now for nothing, for uploading little fuzzy, blurry, artifacts on social media that no one's going to see, change their mind, or have any problem with. No, when you have law enforcement helicopters, squad cars, and people in uniform coming to your house, buzzing you in the air, doing hologram buzzes whenever you enter your house or whenever you go to enter an establishment or leave an establishment. And this is clearly done with high-tech, big money, which the government has to know about. I mean, the government observes everything that's on social media. No, you figure out they are the governments. That's what people have to wake up to realize. And I'm not saying that nothing will change until they do, but they at least won't know who's really in charge, because I don't think it's human. Most people who have really looked into this, Alex Jones, David Icke, they understand. And people can feel at a deep instinctual level, people with good instincts, they can feel that it's a non-human presence in charge of us. They're the ones who are doing this shit, this woke, liberal hive mind agenda. The hive mind is Satan's mind. Satan, the reptilian. He's called a serpent and a dragon. This is reptilian life forms. Therefore, his children, or associates at the very least, are these reptilians, bipedal lizard men that were, according to Krudamutwa, and it sounds true, and other stories like the original Time Machine show these reptilians underground. They were forced at some point to live underground, or they do now live underground. They build these underground bases. The bases they got on Mars are underground. So they like these underground installations. And they use shape-shifting to conduct their various operations among us. But more than the shape-shifting, they detach themselves from their physical body so that they are spirits, and then they attach themselves and indwell and control a human. That's really their main method of controlling and subverting humanity. But I want to tell you, my friends, something. My friends who listen to me. I believe that God is going to give me the strength. I believe that God is going to give me the strength to fight. No, not a bunch of money to buy a bunch of guns. Not being super popular all of a sudden and getting a big army together so that we can go and use guns and bullets against Satan and his cadres and those that serve him. No. The power of God doesn't need guns, friends. You don't need a bow of steel. That's what the Bible calls guns. Bows of steel. To fight Satan. The powers of God don't need it. Does Satan use it? Does Superman use a machine gun? I know Satan uses a machine gun. Probably. No, probably even Satan doesn't use weapons. He'll leave that to his many armies of beasts and human servants that act like beasts and will probably be turned into beasts. Now, these super soldiers can beat any regular man, but all the entirety of Satan's super soldiers can't defeat even one of God's friends who have entered the kingdom. He will be invulnerable to any sort of attack and will be stronger. Just think, no super soldiers can stand against an angel of God that still has God's blessing. not a fallen angel, an angel in service to God. What super soldiers or even angels of Satan can stand against one of God's angels? So no, really, I'm asking as a question if you have any ideas about how and why it would be useful for people to understand that it's a non-human force that is behind the woke liberal agenda. That's just another vehicle. They could use the Republican platform just as easily, but it so happens they're using this woke liberal Democrat agenda. I mean, why would they buzz me day and night with helicopters if there was no reptilians? You know, it looks like the Italians might be waking up. And I would just say to the Japanese, do the same. Do the same. The sooner the better. Because I trust in the heart of the Japanese people. I know that they are good, strong people with strong hearts. And I know you're going to see what's going on. And I know you're going to do something about it. And you're going to stand up. And you're not going to take it anymore. Now they've already started doing it. They're calling Italy a fascist state now that somebody with common sense actually is in power. And what the American media will do will be constantly to project that Italy and its government are fascist and they have to be contained the way Adolf Hitler and other evil, dangerous dictators have to be contained. These serpents and scorpions know how to easily manipulate mankind. They project anything on the news that is a narrative that they want to push, that someone's the bad guy. They can do it and people fall for it en masse. Always have and always will until the majority of people are actually righteous in the faith of Jesus. The difference with my ministry is that I identified the enemy. How many of them are identifying the enemy? Not just Satan, the nebulous figure out of the scripture, but the reptilians themselves, who attack us day and night, attack our families day and night, attack our health day and night, attack our minds day and night. Who? Who's identifying them? Who's showing them? I mean, what was I supposed to do? Just shut up about it? Or was I supposed to quit because some police helicopters are buzzing my house? As though that's like the police authority message saying you're not allowed to upload this proof of some kind of non-humans when there's no law against it in our American society. I mean, I think any righteous person would have kept going, would have said, hey, wait a minute. I mean, we have all this evil going on, and it's a big mystery, a lot of things that are happening. And then we find out that there's these non-humans apparently living among us or dwelling in us. And you can see the non-human forms. You can see these grays. In this one shot, I got this one gray with it looks like a gray with a big head like this, with the reptilian slit eyes on top of it being a gray. So it's like this is the so-called aliens. Now, again, I don't rule out that, because we don't know what's beyond our planet, especially if now we know that what we see out the sky isn't necessarily what we get. So we don't know what's out there. So, but I think as my original conclusion is that probably mostly what we're encountering is demons pretending to be extraterrestrials, and there may not, you know, it says that the scripture says worlds, but when I talked to the angel, he said that a world is what we call the solar system. They call a world, or he called it a world anyway, that one angel. Anna, who did turn out to be an angel, who really didn't know she was an angel until it was revealed, she didn't know that much about it. But when she traveled outside the sun, she went to Mars, I told you, and she didn't see, but she sensed the giant spiders underground. But she said that when she encountered the sun, it wasn't what she thought. She said it was like a device. And she sent me this unintelligible picture. I'm not blaming her, you know, I wish she would have sent me a clear picture of it, but it was like this, it was just basically like this colored static. But I clearly remember her saying, it's a device, the sun.
This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They kill with the sickness. This is a war